Okay, how are you guys doing? Today's video I think a lot of you guys will like. I bought this new product a couple weeks ago now, and I haven't been using it every day, but I've been carrying it every day, and I like it. I like it. I am converted. I'll explain what I mean farther in the video. What we're going to be looking at today is the Olight s20R baton flashlight. First thoughts. When I pulled this out of the package, the packaging, this is what it comes in. I liked. It's not some blister pack that you just see at Walmart. I did buy this online. I liked the compact size. It wasn't that heavy. It's a little bit thicker than what I had previously been carrying every day, which was a Streamlight Stylus Pro. The reason it's thicker is it uses a bigger battery than the Stylus Pro. This is the s20R. The R stands for rechargeable. So it comes with this fancy thing. This is a charging dock for it. And on the other end, you can either plug this into a wall outlet cube, like you would a cell phone, or you can plug it into the side of your computer or anything where there's a USB outlet to charge this baby. The bottom of this charger is magnetic, so pretty much it sits on there, and if this was plugged in, a light would come on and it'd charge, and it would not overcharge it. It's secure, so the charger base might fall over, but the flashlight's still charging. I like that. I'm going to come back to this charger. First, I want to just go over some more of the specs. I'll tell you first off, I'm not a huge flashlight guru. I own a couple, and they were just fine for me up until I bought some new ones. And I will tell you, every year the technology for flashlights is just increasing and increasing. I remember a couple years ago I got a couple different flashlights over the course of a couple years, and I brought them camping, hiking. I carry them every day. I just use them on a daily basis. And back then, they were pretty high-end flashlights, but just recently, I figured I kind of want to update some of that stuff. So I started looking, and I was just blown away by the lumen ratings, the run times, the different features. They've gone way down in price too, at least in my opinion. So this is a 4-mode flashlight. On its high setting, it has 550 lumens for 2 hours of runtime. On the next, this is the Moonlight, so the lowest setting is 1 lumen, and it runs 480 hours. If my math is right, that's about 20 days straight. The next setting is 5 lumens for 120 hours. The next setting is 120 lumens for 9 hours. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Well, that's weird. I just realized this now, but it only has 3 settings. I don't care. So yeah, high setting though is 550 lumens out of this tiny flashlight. I've used it outside at night a couple times, and it's bright. using it inside, it's almost too bright. It lights up the whole room and floods into the next room. 2 hours runtime, a lot of people might not think that's that impressive, but that is on the highest setting. But on this setting, which is the 120 lumens, it has 9 hours. I think that is, pretty good. And then you also have to keep in mind, this does take a rechargeable 18650 battery. I'm kind of new to that type of battery, but it is rechargeable. So if you are somebody that uses a flashlight every day, at night, you can just have this on your nightstand, and the same time you plug in your cell phone to charge for the night, just set this on there and forget about it. In the morning, grab it off, and you're good to go. The Candela, which I believe is kind of like lumens, is 3500. It has a waterproof rating of IPX7, which means submergible to 1 meter. It is impact resistant to 1.5 meters or 4.9 feet. The length is 4¼ inches. The bezel diameter is 0.9 inches. The weight without batteries is 1.83 ounces. It does not mention a weight with batteries. I will weigh it now. I do have the included lanyard. It weighs 107 grams or 3.8 ounces. So it weighs under 4 ounces, which I think is perfectly suitable just to carry in your pocket on a daily basis. A few of the features, I'm just reading off the box. Multi-function side switch with 4 brightness levels plus a strobe mode. So the strobe mode, I don't use that much, but after you have it on, you double tap really fast, and that's the strobe. And then maybe catching it on camera, this is the low, I believe, the medium, and the high. So a low profile side switch features battery power indicator. It automatically returns to your last brightness level with a built-in memory function. It includes a micro USB charging dock and rechargeable battery, a removable 2-position pocket clip, aircraft grade aluminum body with anti-scratch type 3 hard anodizing and stainless steel bezel. I'm not going to try and act smart and just roll those off my tongue. I was looking at a lot of flashlights before I picked this one up, and a lot of them had a lot of those same features. So it's, compared to its competitors, there's nothing that special about this besides the dock that this sits on. I will mention, this did come with a battery, which, like I said, is an 18650, and you can also use 2 CR123 batteries. But this is the battery, and why I mention that it's cool that it came with it is these batteries are expensive compared to other batteries. They do last a long time and you can recharge them, but like a pack of 2 on Amazon is anywhere from 15 to 20 bucks. So if you figure 10 bucks just for this, that's a really good value. The cap is kind of funky to get on. It does have O-rings. There's a lot of dirt involved in my day job, and I'm just looking now. This is kind of the first time I've taken it out and inspected it. The O-ring is full of dirt, which may compromise the seal slightly. It's all gritty. There's a lot of dirt sticking to it. The pocket clip is already scratched a little bit, but again, I mean, I kind of expected this to show some wear. A few of the downsides, or just things to keep in mind, is this does not have a tail cap. So a tail cap means you can hold it like so and hit it from the back. I am going to be reviewing another flashlight that I got that does include a tail cap. This one only has this button, but again, that is fine. It's on, off, and strobe, and then after you have it on, you hold the button down and it cycles through. I think for somebody that isn't that into flashlights like me, this is just fine because it's simple. I've had couple other flashlights in the past that they're like, you press on, and then within 0.1 seconds, if you press it like 3 times really fast, you get automatically to turbo mode. And if you press it 2 times within 1 second, it goes to strobe. And then if you, there's like all these sequences. It's almost like sending Morse code with the switch. So when I just need a flashlight, I don't want to be monkeying with that. I don't want to be like, oh, you know, dude, hold on, I gotta get to the right brightness setting. You know, and especially doing that in the dark, and especially if you don't use the light that much, you're not going to remember that sequence. So I think for a lot of people, that sequence is pretty good. So I just want to show one other thing. So it's on turbo, and I'll turn it off, turn it on, goes to turbo. I'll go to, or no, this is the highest setting. So I'll go to low, I'll go to the medium setting, turn it off, turn it on, medium setting. I believe from off, if you tap it twice, it goes straight to turbo. And then if you hold down the button, it goes to moonlight. The moonlight is great for just like finding your keys, trying to unlock your car, your house, what have you. You know, reading a map if you're walking your dog or something like that. The moonlight is surprisingly just fine. But, you know, all in all, the pocket clip is great. I've had other flashlights in the past, like the Streamlight Stylus Pro. It has a very fragile pocket clip. This one is robust. This reminds me of like something you'd find on a folding knife. It has lots of tension, so it is kind of hard getting it clipped on your pocket. But for the past 2 weeks or so, I've had this clipped in my pocket every single day, pretty much for 12, 14 hours straight, and it didn't move around on me. It just stayed put. This is, I believe it's called bezel up, and there's a lot of flashlight nerds out there like, oh, I like bezel up, I like bezel down, blah, blah, blah. Again, I don't really care, and I don't see one as an advantage or disadvantage. I believe this, you can take this off and flip it. And again, I apologize that I'm not like this expert on this product. You know, I buy products and I use them. You know, I don't finger fuck them all day and find all these things. I believe you can maybe use it that way too. I don't know why you would, because it would stick out of your pocket. Or maybe you can just stick it on like that, maybe. Not that secure, but again, I've just been using it like this. Another advantage to a clip like this is if you wear a baseball hat, you can clip this to the top of the brim and use it as a headlight. And then one thing to keep in mind too, is you can spin this pocket clip like this to cover up that button, so that way it doesn't accident. So if you have this unpack or something like that, instead of unscrewing this a little bit, you just put that pocket clip over the button and it's locked. And then because there's no tail cap, you don't have to worry about that. One last thing, why I think this is kind of cool, besides being rechargeable, is especially if you do a lot of like projects around the house or car mechanic tasks, you're always dropping bolts, dropping screws, nails, what have you. So this is multifunctional. You have a magnet on the back, so there, you know, if you drop something, you can just pick it up. You have a magnet right on your person. And then it does come with this lanyard, which, I mean, I don't care, is this a good lanyard or not? I don't know, the material it's made out of, it almost feels slightly stretchy, and then it has this toggle. I really don't care that much. I just put it on here because it came with it, and then if I throw this in my pocket this way without the clip, I can just grab onto this lanyard and pull it up. It also makes it a little bit harder to lose, and then if I'm if I'm using it for a long time, I can, almost feels like I'm putting on handcuffs or something. But you can, oh yeah, yeah, it's right here, testing the impact resistance. No, I'm just kidding. But you can just let it drop instead of setting it down. The other advantage of the magnet is if you're working like under a car, you can attach it to any metal surface and it just floods the area with light. And I was kind of kidding before, but it is rated for like impact to, I believe, 5 feet, something like that. So this is like 6 inches. You know, so, you know, bang it up a little bit. No chips, no scratches. And again, I wasn't like bearing down on it like that. You know, I was just lightly hitting it like that. You know, but the pocket clip is fine. There's like no movement, no marks whatsoever. And I hope it still works. Yeah, it works just fine. I'm not going to test the waterproofing because personally I'm not around open bodies of water that much. I am in the rain quite a bit, and if this is rated to be submergible, then it's just fine in light showers with it being in your pocket. But you know, I am kind of concerned about the impact testing because I am kind of rough on my gear. But you know, it's just aluminum, no marks, no nothing. So again, if you like this video, like this content, make sure to click that subscribe button below if you haven't already. If you're already a subscriber to my channel, thank you very much for all the support. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment if you have this product or any products from Olight. So far, I think they're fantastic. And one last token, I want to thank Chris Tanner from Prepared Mind 101 for wasting a lot of my money. It was mostly in part to him watching a lot of his flashlight reviews and tests and stuff like that, that I went away from the whole surefire is the greatest because it's American made, blah, blah, blah nonsense. And I was about to bite the bullet on buying one surefire flashlight, and I started looking at all these, and I'm like, well, even if they're crap, I ended up buying like 4 flashlights for the price, 4 good quality flashlights for the price that I would have paid for one surefire flashlight. So, you know, quantity before quality, or if you can get quantity and quality at the same time, that's your best bet. I'm not saying these are like maybe as bulletproof as surefire or Streamlight flashlights. Like I said, I've only had this for a little while, but I've seen so many tests. I've seen people put them in the washer, drop them, submerge them in water, throw them across their yard, smack them up against a tree, on and on and on. Tons of people carry these and they like them because they're inexpensive, they're super bright, and all that stuff. Again, I'm all for buying American-made products, but there's some things that the Chinese and the Asian market can do better, and flashlights is one of them. Just like computers, iPads, the camera that I'm filming this on, they're all made overseas. That's their niche market. They can make the best quality stuff for the cheapest when it comes to that type of stuff. A lot of other stuff, I'll surely buy American-made stuff, but if it's 10 times the price, no exaggeration, for the same thing, sorry, but I can't do that. I can't fit that into my budget. But until next time, see ya.